2020 saw the start of another great recession. People's jobs left uncertain, businesses going bust, and the government having to step in to help where it can. But what about YouTubers?
What you need during these troubled times is a second income stream that won't be taken away from you when the economy implodes.
YouTube is a near perfect business model for its content creators because it's open to anyone, overheads are tiny at the start, and it is recession proof. What do people do during a recession? They watch TV.
With this video, we'll mark a 2-year journey to 10,000 subscribers, and in it we'll cover how you can get started and how you can get to 10,000 subscribers and give you a quick peek at the money involved. Let's check it out.
Welcome to MoneyUnshackled.com, the investing and finance channel that sets you and your finances free.
I'm Andy, and that was Ben, and if you like what we say, hit the like button and click subscribe.
This video is sponsored by LoanPad, the exciting new peer-to-peer lending platform specialising in property bridging loans. If you want a change from the uncertainty of recent stock market swings, with this peer-to-peer platform you can receive a stable 5% interest when you invest in their premium account.
And get a £50 free cash bonus when you open an account and invest £1,000 with them for 1 year when you use a special link on the offers page at MoneyUnshackled.com. We'll put the link to this offers page in the description below, so be sure to check that out. Now let's get into the video.
Why YouTube? Most people make their money through the dreadful and soul-destroying exchange of their personal time. YouTube is different. YouTube evolves from a state of trading massive time for no money at the start to massive money for limited time later.
As time passes, your reach and your income grow, but your time can stay the same. It could even decrease if you outsource tasks. If you can make the initial investment of time for no money, then later your efforts will be rewarded exponentially.
Getting started. There are 3 things to consider when you're starting out. Number 1. Your idea. What's your channel going to be about? As well as a workable business, your idea needs to be both interesting to you and, crucially, useful to others.
The days of becoming a social media star for your personality alone are long gone. You need to add value first. And you won't be able to get through the first year in the no views wilderness unless you find your own content interesting. You need to have fun creating it, and it needs to be useful to other people, otherwise nobody will watch it. Our whole purpose is to educate the masses about investing and finance where the school system has failed. We make useful videos as our primary goal and build a business around that concept so we can keep the education coming.
Number 2. Filming and editing equipment. You don't really need any. Not at the start. Just use your phone and maybe a plug-in microphone, as the mics on phones are pretty terrible. Nobody will be watching for the first few months anyway, we can guarantee that. Your first few videos will be appallingly bad, and that's fine. Our first few months of output were so cringe that they are best left in the past where they belong. The lighting, our delivery, the editing, and the message were all awful, along with almost everything else.
Number 3, skills. Again, none needed at the start. Just keep pumping out videos and you'll learn by doing.
The first year. There was 0 income in our first year. Only expenses. But one thing you may have to your advantage that we didn't is a lot of time on your hands to spare. This episode was filmed at the start of lockdown 2020, and with 0 commuting and lunch breaks at home, spare time is now in abundance.
Subscribers wise, these ticked up after about 6 months from either 1 or none a day to an exponential curve. During one memorable 3-month period, we got a total of just 8 subs. We remember our joy of hitting 100 subscribers after 10 months. Woo! YouTube content creators can track all progress in terms of views, subscribers, comments, revenue in great detail at both channel and video levels. YouTube make it so easy with this YouTube Studio app to see up to the minute live statistics of the channel and video performance. We applaud YouTube HQ for this.
Year 2. We reached 1,000 subs at the start of our second year. This means advertising can be switched on, such as the one you skipped past at the start of this video.
YouTube doesn't just let any channel apply adverts to their videos, only those that have proven themselves to be watchable. Their pass mark is 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours watched in a 12-month period.
For our second year, we invested in better supporting graphics and video footage, such as this kitten. Ah, cute. Better audio, better branding, better editing software, better computers, better studio, and use feedback from viewers about our presenting style and feedback from statistics about which video topics are most popular to improve both our delivery and our message. Until now, we've been running at 2 videos per week. The time may now be upon us to move to 3.
How channels make money. Advertising. Money from adverts are measured in CPM, which stands for cost per mil. This is a ridiculous acronym because it mixes up English and Latin, but what it stands for is cost per 1,000 impressions.
More simply, how much advertisers are willing to pay you for every 1,000 views of their adverts. On YouTube, it's measured in US dollars. An average YouTube channel supposedly makes between $4 and $10 per 1,000 views. Finance channels like ours tend to get above average CPM because finance adverts pay highly. Also, we get decent CPM because the bulk of our audience is UK based and advertisers are willing to pay to reach that audience. YouTube tailor the ads it shows to your channel's content using some kind of computer witchcraft.
You cannot choose what adverts are shown on your videos. Generic entertainment channels might get just $1 or $2 CPM. Channels about niche insurance products might get $50 CPM if there are such channels. If this is important to you, then Google average CPMs by category so you can check out what you might get. Although, take these figures with a pinch of salt, as CPMs will vary across geography, subject, and many other things.
The revenue we're making from YouTube adverts doesn't even cover our costs. It's hardly worth mentioning. Don't get into YouTube for the ad revenue in the early years. But don't worry, there are other ways of monetizing a YouTube channel. We started this channel out of a passion for education, but to keep doing it as a full-time business, it needs to be worth our time. We need to make it profitable as well as informative.
The other ways channels make money: sponsorships, online stores, and donations. Most professional YouTubers make money from a mix of being sponsored by a business, having an online store, or via donations on a platform like Patreon. Let's look at 3 channels to see what they do.
Number 1. Fitness Blender. These guys have a huge audience of 6 million, which has crept up from 5 million a year ago when I started watching them. They got there by offering free, useful content. There is no need to ever pay them any money and you would still achieve your fitness goals by watching them. They are raking it in now from advertising due to their huge audience. But to those that are super interested, they are also selling exercise gear in their online store. And they also sell the already free courses repackaged into useful playlists for a one-off fee.
Number 2, PewDiePie. Let's look at one of the biggest stars on earth, PewDiePie. He has various lucrative sponsorship deals, including drinks brand G Fuel, and of course massive YouTube ad revenue from his 103 million subscribers.
Number 3, us, Money Unshackled. How we make money. It's generally considered that once you get to 10,000 subs, the door opens to sponsorship deals, and you may have noticed that we have had a few sponsored videos recently. This is great news for those out there who like our channel because it means that we can justify making more videos. It's important though not to accept just any sponsorship deal, as it could damage your brand. We've had to turn down many opportunities of people who wanted to work with us for this very reason.
We also have an online store at moneyunshackled.com with cashback bonus offers for investors when they open accounts with a whole bunch of top-rated investment platforms. Our total monthly channel revenue is variable, but it now numbers in the thousands of pounds. Much of this is being ploughed back into the business so it can make financial sense to move from 2 videos a week to 3 a week very soon, as well as improvements to production quality and shooting equipment.
We're spending what we make so that we can continue to grow. Remember, our goal is to educate in finance and investing where the school system has failed. To be honest, we're more interested in growing right now than in making profits.
Getting from 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers. What started as a gentle hobby became hours of solid graft. For each episode we spend 5 hours writing the script, 1.5 hours layering in the video footage, 1 hour shooting, 4 hours editing in the video editing software Power Director, and time around the edges discussing ideas. That's a whopping 12 hours to create just a 10-minute video, but it got us to 10,000 subscribers.
Making your channel a success requires, above anything else, a lot of effort. What we may lack in looks, we make up for in work ethic. Your days will become 5 AM mornings and midnight finishes to work around your other commitments, and weekends will become dominated by the cause, but you will get there if you put in the graft.
All that work for no money? In the first year, you will get no money. And this is probably true for much of the second year too, at least not enough to justify the effort. We've just made it to the start of the 3rd year, and only now would the money be worth a couple of salaries if we stopped reinvesting it.
Which we won't, but by the end of year 3, we could probably live very comfortably on the income if our goal wasn't world domination through reinvestment.
A perfect opportunity. This video was filmed during the 2020 lockdown during the start of the recession. In the years that follow, you'll want to say that you use your lunch hour to write your first pieces of content, and you use that time that otherwise would have been spent sitting in traffic or squashed on the tube to get your business up and running.
However you find the time, keep us updated with your progress in the comments below.
Thanks for watching! On this channel we talk a lot about personal finance, investing and all things money. And if you want to see more great content, please click the subscribe button below.
This is MoneyUnshackled.com. See you next time.